So we all remember what happened in this story, but once again, I would like to remind you that what happened. So, as we all know, this story revolves around the character Matilda, Mrs. Loisel. Matilda Loisel, she was a pretty young lady who was born into a middle class family who worked as clerks. Okay, her father was a clerk, a lower middle class family. They have no, they did not have lot of money to pay her dowry. So basically, what happened since her family did not have any means to arrange dowry for her marriage, she did not have any other means by which she could befriend a rich man or to be loved or to be get married. So whatever it was, due to these circumstances, she had to marry a clerk in the office of the Board of Education, and because of this, she was unhappy. So since why she always used to think that she is meant for something extraordinary because she was extremely pretty, extremely beautiful, and she always had a lot of complaint. She used to think that destiny was unfair to her and that she deserved much, much better than what she had got. She was not happy with her present condition, although her husband was quite loving, caring. But she's never happy. She wants the materialistic pleasure. She used to get angry and was tortured by the condition of her flat. Whenever she looked at the dirty walls, the torn furniture, she genuinely feel irritated. She was not happy. She always feel irritated. She used to think about elegant dinners being served in the marvelous dishes. And when her husband used to praise the homemade food served in the simple, dishes, and she again gets irritated. She says, why it is happening? She did not have fancy jewelries or great dresses. But, that was the only thing she desired. The funny thing was that she did not have these things, but her life was revolving around all these pleasures and happiness. Okay, she had a school friend whom she did not like to meet. But yeah, she used to go and meet her. But why? Because she was a rich lady. And whenever she was coming back from that place, she used to cry a lot. You know why? Not because she was getting humiliated or insulted over there, but due to her inferiority complex. Because after coming back, she used to compare her condition of life with her condition, and then she find a lot of disparity, and that make her cry and cry again and again. Now everything was going on like this. Not happy she was actually at that moment she was not knowing what is the hardships, what is difficult life. She used to think that this is difficult life, but she hasn't seen, but destiny has decided something else for her. One day, her husband came back home from work, hmm, and he was happy. Why he was happy? Because he was holding an envelope in his hand, and he informed that this envelope was an invitation. He was very, very happy. He thought that he will present this invitation to his wife and she will be extremely happy. Yes, Matilda quickly took out that printed card and she started reading it. She was also excited. Let us see what was that. It was an invitation from the minister. The couple had been invited to a dinner party at the house of the Minister of Public Instruction. Wow, great thing, great opportunity, great respect. But instead of being happy, her husband thought that she will be very happy. Okay, they after all they got a good opportunity to be with them. But instead of being happy, she was upset. She was upset. Although her husband, Mr. Loisel, expected that she will be delighted, but she got so angry that she really threw the card and she started murmuring something. She asked her husband what he wants to do her with this card. He very sweetly, innocently replied that he had thought that she would be happy as she never went out and this was a great occasion. because not much employees were invited. And he also told her that she would be meeting a lot of people were there from his office, and he is very you can say lucky to get this invitation. Matilda asked him, but Matilda was upset. She asked him what she wants, that she has nothing to wear to such a grand party. As I told you, this is a question which most of the women always feel whenever they are invited to such a grand and gala party. But Matilda was right, because they belong to a low profile family, and it was a great, great party. So she simply asked that, oh, I don't have any dress to wear for this party. Husband was also worried. Anyway, he stammered, and then he thought something, and finally he spoke. He says, okay, that I know that you have nothing to wear, although you have some dresses which you wear, go for movies and theater, and you look great. Obviously, she was so pretty that whatever dress doesn't matter. She is so presentable, so pretty, so beautiful. But then Matilda started weeping, emotional blackmail. And the husband was so upset that he asked, okay, can you tell me that how much a normal dress will cost? Okay. And please tell me. Now she obviously simple dress. She wiped her tears from her red cheeks and replied calmly that since a simple dress, will cost that much only, which they can afford. Otherwise, he also suggested that no, she could not be a part of such a grand affair, and that he should give away this card to someone who is more better decked up or whatever. But he did not like this. And finally, he asked her to go and buy a nice and simple dress which can be worn for other occasion. These people are, they know, they think about the other moment also. She thought of an amount that would neither be refused by him nor scare, not give him an heart attack, a poor clerk. And finally, she said that she would be able to manage a dress in 400 francs. He turned a little pale. Why no? Because yes, he was having that 400 francs. But why? He had saved just this sum to buy a gun that he might be able to join some hunting parties the next summer with some friends who generally went to shoot larks on Sundays. So that she said. Now, Mr. Loisel was reluctant that, okay, but whatever money he has saved for his gun. Anyway, he told his wife that he would give her the money and asked her to buy a good dress. All well, she was happy, he was happy, both were happy. There was no problem. Everything was going on well. And then, what happened? The day was approaching. But Matilda was still not fine. Even though her dress was almost ready, which was wonderful, but she was still not very happy. Now, again, the sweet, the caring husband asked her why had she been acting strangely for last so many days. Matilda replied that although she had the dress, but she did not have any kind of jewelry for anything else to make herself look even more attractive. Oh, she has no jewelry. She said that without any jewelry, she would look like a poor person in such a great grand party. She again said that she would rather prefer not going to party. Her dress was ready, everything was okay, but see, her silly thing that again she started threatening her husband that no, 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 she did not want to go to that party. Now, obviously, her husband again, first of all, he simply suggested her, why don't you wear some natural flowers because it is in fashion also, and it will look so nice and attractive on you. But again, the stubborn lady, as I told you, the show off, the bubble reputation she needed in her life only, she replied that she could not, as it looked really cheap in a party of rich people. See, this is the short fame. I have been always talking about bubble reputation, short lived reputation. She would have looked great. She is already pretty. God has given her such a gracious face and everything. But no, she wants extra. Anyway, now husband cannot afford and ask her to buy some jewelry, so he suggested. He was also knowing that his wife has a very rich friend. So her husband suggested that she could go to Mr. Her friend Madame Forestier and ask her to lend some jewelry. And yes, this idea worked. Matilda became happy again as she heard the idea. Yes, she decided to move to Madame Forestier's house the next day and said that she was stressed about the party and the jewelry. Now, Madame Forestier was a very nice, genuine friend. Yeah, she was. She went to her closet cupboard and bought out her jewelry box. And she presented her entire jewelry before Madame this Matilda. She asked her to choose whatever she would like to have, whatever will match her dress. Matilda was really baffled to see so much jewelry. And then she started taking out and trying each and every one on her. She first saw some bracelets, then some pearl collars, then a Venetian cross of gold and jewels, but she was not able to decide what to take, what to leave. Oh, she was so confused that she asked Madame Forestier if she had anything else that she could wear. To this, Madame Forestier replied that yeah, she had something else. So why don't you go and look into the closet and choose something according to your suitability, according to your dress, according to your choice? Yeah, she then moved there. And what did she get? She found a superb diamond necklace kept in a black satin box. OMG, she was genuinely happy. She took it out with her trembling hands. She was so happy at that moment to see that diamond jewelry she had never seen, she had never felt, she had never wore, and wore it. She was overjoyed with the necklace as it looked very, very beautiful on her. And she asked her friend if she could lend her the diamond necklace. Madame Forestier consented to it. Okay, you can take it, whatever you want. Oh, they were not knowing that what how this diamond jewelry is going to be the game changer. Matilda hugged her friend with affection and left her house. The day of the party arrived and Madame Loisel reached there. And she became a hit, super duper hit in that party. She was appreciated as she was the prettiest, most elegant and gracious of all. She was very happy and full of joy as everyone, all the men were noticing her. Every man wanted to dance with her. Everybody wanted him to be introduced to her. Oh, it was a night of ecstasy. She was full of enthusiasm, pleasure, as she was happy with all attention she was getting. Party was going on, and she forget everything, her life, her, in everything. Anyway, the party got over at 4 o'clock. The couple they left the party 4 o'clock in the morning. Already, Mr. Loisel had been sleeping in the parlor with other three men whose wives were also enjoying because for these middle class people, they will never get a chance to be the part of this kind of party. Anyway, they came out of the party. Mr. Loisel, a caring husband, threw the wrap around her shoulders. You remember that incident as they were about to leave? And she did not like that because the elegance of the party dress was getting ruined by the cheap wrap. So she did not want anyone to see her. She wanted to leave the party quickly because rich ladies have rich, very elegant wrap. So she did not want to be seen in the cheap fur. And and you know why it happened? Why she did not want to look like this? Because she had portrayed herself as a rich lady by wearing the new dress and the diamond necklace. Again, I told you, show off. Mr. Loisel asked her to wait as he was calling a cab, but she was in a hurry and quickly went down the stairs. She did not want to be noticed. Anyway, they got on the street. They were looking for a carriage which could take them home, but could not find one. Then they saw a coachman at a distance and called him. The coachman did not stop. They kept walking together towards the river and finally found a carriage. Thank God. The kind one finds in Paris at dusk time. The carriage took them to their home and they both went up. By then they were extremely tired. The enthusiasm, the zeal, zest, fun, frolic for Madame Loisel had ended. And Mr. Loisel, he started remembering that tomorrow he has to reach office by 10 in the morning. So he wanted to take a quick, sleep. As so before going to bed, she wanted to see herself into the mirror last time. Why? Because she wanted to feel the grace, the elegance which she had felt during the entire, party. But as she stood in the front of the mirror and removed the wrap to see herself one last time in that beautiful dress and necklace, she cried because the necklace was missing. It was not on her neck. And then she started, Mr. Loisel, who was actually undressing himself, he also was there. What happened? He was surprised that what is the reason? Why she is crying like this? Hmm? And he was almost ready to go to sleep. And then he came there. Why is she shouting? She turned towards him and said that Madame Forestier necklace was missing and that it might have fallen somewhere. Yes. She removed the wraps from her shoulder before the glass for a final view of herself in her glory. Suddenly she uttered a cry. Her necklace was not around her neck. This was the turning point, the climax time of the story. Loisel, already half undressed, asked, "What is the matter?" She turned towards him excitedly. I have, stammering, I no longer have Madame Forestier necklace. He aroused in dismay. He was really disdainful. Why? What happened? Where is that, necklace? Shocking thing it was. What? How? How is that? It is not possible. And they looked in the folds of the dress, in the folds of the cloak that gown, use in the pockets, everywhere. They could not find it. Yes, because necklace was not there. They found it, tried to find it, but no. He asked, "You are sure you still had it when we left the minister's house?" Now, the very normal question the husband asked. Yes, I felt it was as we came out. Yeah, I felt it. I was actually feeling it when I came out. And so, but if you had lost it in the street, we should have heard it. Paul, it must be in the cab. No, no, I don't think. Because falling down, it was quiet at that time. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. There was no roaring, there was no traffic, there was no noise except the simple carriage. So the husband simply said that I don't think we have lost it there. Because if we would have lost it, we would have, if it would have fallen down, we would have heard it. Yes, it is possible. Now, definitely it would have, maybe, quite possible it must have fallen in the cab. Now, a normal question, did you take the number of that cab? No. And you, did you notice what it was? No. Who the hell? Because at that moment they were lost in that happiness, specifically Loisel, Matilda. She was lost in that charm, that elegance, that dreamy state of mind. So she never noticed. They looked at each other. utterly cast down. My goodness, it was actually a shocking thing for them. Finally, Loisel dressed himself away. Poor husband. Poor husband. He dressed himself and he decided that he will go back and he will see that where they have lost this thing. I am going, he said, over the track where we went on foot to see if I can find it. Okay, don't worry, I will go there and I will try to see whether I can find it or not. And he went. Like any other caring husband, he went. She remained in her evening gown, not having the force to go to bed. Just imagine. Great shock for a lady. She has no courage. She can't even take a sleep. A diamond necklace. They can never ever think about it. Although, so Jesus started, it is not possible. Maybe this was possible that they have left it, it was fallen down in the cab. They did not note the number. But let's see. Maybe they will find the carriage. Mr. Loisel dressed up again to go and look on the tracks where they were walking. And she has no, you know, control. She remained there at home wearing her evening gown, and her husband, he was looking for this. That towards 7 o'clock, her husband returned. He had found nothing. This was the most, dreadful thing. He reached there by 7 o'clock, but he found nothing. And then, as we all do, he went to the police and to cab officers and put an advertisement in the newspapers offering a reward. So, whatever he could do, he did that. First of all, went to the police, lodged the complaint. Then he moved to the cab office, tried to find out who was the cab driver. Anyway, then thereafter, the final thing he did, he put an advertisement in the newspaper that if anyone is getting that diamond necklace, please notify me. Also offered a reward, but he was not knowing that this world has obviously, honest people are there, no one, but dishonest people will get, if anyone, such a precious diamond necklace. He will never come for such a negligible reward and he will return to them. Anyway, but he did his job. She waited all day in a state of bewilderment before this frightful disaster, you know, and the entire day she was quite bewildered. Bewildered, a feeling of being perplexed, confused, and frightful, unpleasant, very bad day. Disaster did happen. Loisel returned in the evening, his face pale. Pale, he had discovered nothing. Imagine a lower middle class family, a normal clerk who has a very limited salary, and due to that small show off, his wife has lost such a rare and precious diamond necklace. Obviously, what that man was going through, no one can ever imagine. Within one day, that man became as if his face, there is no blood in his body. Yellow he was. Now, but he was such a nice, wonderful man. First of all, he said that write to your friend and that you have broken the clasp of the necklace. And 1 minute. Uh, and simply tell her that of the necklace and that you will have it repaired. That will give us time. So, like any normal fellow, he simply said that first of all, write a letter because arranging another necklace was really a impossible job. So, be a nice human, be a good friend, and first of all, write a letter to your friend and ask her that you will bring the necklace back very soon. It has, because a little clasp, the pin is broken, and that will give them time. She wrote as he dictated, like a very good wife at that moment, humble wife, disciplined person, obedient wife, she wrote. At the end of a week, they had lost all hope. They still have some hope that maybe they will be able to get the necklace and they will be able to replace it back. Days passed and the week came to its end. No information, neither from the police nor from the cab driver, even the advertisement he gave. No, nothing, no answer. And Loisel, older by 5 years, declared, older by 5 years. What does it mean? The night and day they were thinking about that expensive diamond necklace. Can you imagine? They were thinking about it. Older by 5, and within this 6 to 7 days, he became as if he has grown 5 years older. But one thing you will find out about this man, he was such a wonderful man, such an honest man, despite being poor. Doesn't matter if you are poor, you are dishonest. What did he say? He would have made excuses. He would have asked for the forgiveness. But what did he say? We must replace this jewel. My goodness. He would have made a lot of excuses. He would have said anything. But no, he didn't do that. Like a nice human being. What was his thing? That he wanted to simply that we will replace the jewel. That is the only good thing we can do that.